Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we'll be talking about Jack Doherty and Wes Watson, two different sides but on the same coin, and that coin being internet losers. Wes Watson is your typical prison head, looks like he's on steroids and thinks yelling and swearing at the camera makes him right and look cool.
Fuck off! I got this. Swearing doesn't make you cool.
And Jack Doherty, the man with the most punchable face in the world. So this YouTuber named Atozy provides more context for the video, so let's get into it.
If you've been following my channel for a while, you already know both of these guys have been scripting their own downfalls in real time. And I guess at this point, we've just kind of been like involuntary spectators to all of it. Wes can never stop talking, which he's proved over and over again during his Jack live streams. And I mean, just the fact that he was on his stream in the first place just leads us back to the theories that his current legal troubles are coming straight for his wallet. But more on that in a minute here, because first I need to give a quick recap. So you have Wes Watson here, who's a former prison inmate who reinvented himself as a life coach by screaming motivational cliches at a camera from the front seat of his Rolls Royce. But if you can't tell from the clip I've already played, he tends to just say a whole bunch of nothing and then stares at the camera like, yeah, I just did something. That'll be $50. Actually, no, that's an understatement. He charges like $3,000 for his courses, or at least he used to. And I guess he does that because his advice is just so great.
And how would I start? If I was broke and starting again, I would find the person who's living exactly how you want to live and ask them and tell them to teach me how you do it and pay them.
That's true. Find something that's working and find something do it better than them.
And this alone should expose how dumb and fake these so-called masculine gurus / life coaches or whatever they want to call themselves are. How are you going to pay someone who is living a better life than you to teach you to be on their level? They wouldn't waste their time doing that. And not only that, some people became rich because of luck. And what I mean by that is you can't replicate what they did and become rich like them. They probably had done something in a time when it had never been done before, or created a business in a location where that business was new to the market and took advantage of having no competition. On the surface, it sounds like good advice. Find someone successful and learn from them. But real successful and rich people don't have time to be teaching someone else, and the amount that you would have to pay them, it would just be better to keep it and save that money up. But of course, Wes Watson would never say that, because he makes money from people buying his courses, trying to live the lifestyle that Wes Watson shows online. So Wes Watson has to keep bragging and showing off his so-called wealth, because he needs idiots who wants to be like him to give him money to keep up his lifestyle.
Because back in December of 2024, Wes and 3 of his goons allegedly assaulted a man named Hakeem Ibrahim in the Elevation Fitness Center in Miami, a gym that Wes co-owns. Hakeem claims that Wes was challenging people to fights in his DMs. He dared him to show up and jumped him with a squad when he finally did. And obviously we're talking about punching, dragging, a dumbbell being thrown at him, and hair pulling. The whole works. And the gym security footage did not help Wes's self-defense claim at all, because the Miami police arrested him in April for aggravated assault. And this arrest opened the floodgates. The criminal case for aggravated assault, and obviously the height allegations, because for some reason Wes has really been focused on him being outed as 5'9". Or 5'6", or 5'7". At this point, I don't know. Something in that range. Either way, he claims he's 6 foot, and he's very adamant about it. And on top of that, you have a divorce that's been dragging on for 4 years, possibly to keep his finances hidden. And while all that's been going on, Wes has just been completely spiraling on Instagram, attacking people, flexing cars, and desperately trying to keep up the image of a millionaire alpha while the walls are clearly closing in around him.
Wes Watson has to keep up that image because that's the only thing that makes him money, or at least enough money to support the life he really wants. He has to protect that image at all costs. That's also why he lies about his height. For some of these fake alpha male types of guys, 6 feet in height is a standard, and for some reason to them being average height is seen as less alpha. Also, with how Wes Watson acts and carries himself, it's not surprising that he's going back to jail. For those of you who know, it's crazy how he was trying to claim self-defense when he obviously attacked that guy at the gym.
And now we have Jack Doherty. I shouldn't really have too much to say about that guy because, you know, he's the live streamer whose entire brand seems to be just like making chaos, picking off fights in public, He essentially became very infamous for starting stuff with people and then hiding behind his bodyguard. Last time I covered Jack, he was fresh off of the rumors of a CPS investigation, which is something he dismissed as a fake call, and immediately found himself in another public mess. And just to clarify, I also believe, as of right now, that that was just a complete fake call. But obviously, after that situation, he found himself in another public mess, all while streaming inside of a Target store. He was then approached by employees who told him to stop recording or leave, and instead of just, simply ending the stream and avoiding conflict, Jack, as always, doubled down, argued with staff, and just re-entered the store over and over again. Things obviously escalate even further in the parking lot, where a confrontation with an Infinity driver turned tense after the man allegedly displayed a firearm.
That's the last of an Infinity driver. What's up? I don't want nothing from no broke ass shit.
So Jack's natural instinct of hiding behind his bodyguard happened yet again, and he decided to flee the scene, leaving his girlfriend behind at the store. But obviously, when police arrived, Jack's attitude flipped instantly, because only moments earlier he was running off and asking his bodyguard to cover him. Now, with both cops and muscle nearby, he was suddenly back into the tough guy mode, essentially making fun of the other guy and acting like he would be in control the whole time. It was just a perfect snapshot of how Jack works. Lean into the victim role when it's convenient, and then when there's no longer a threat, you pull up and act tough.
This is one issue I have with social media and how society is today, is that it allows idiots to become rich by doing dumb stuff, enabling them to keep being idiots. Some platforms allow content creators to go around and harass people going about their daily lives and can monetize that. That is why someone like Jack Doherty exists. But of course, that type of content is on the same level as prank content. The viewers are going to want more and more things to happen for them to stay watching. So they're hoping that someone like Jack Doherty crashes out or someone crashes out on him. So now we're going to check out this section where Wes Watson gets into an argument with his girl over the dumbest thing ever. Not surprising.
The girls settle. What gets her to settle? Or they just can never settle?
No, I mean, if you want a provider, what does that mean to you? Is it just financial, or is it someone who makes you feel more like you, to be yourself around them?
Nobody ever made me feel like you.
How do you get there?
Only women say that.
How do you get there?
That's how a man truly leads a woman. That's how she becomes very.
No man ever, no person ever made me feel more of me. Like,
Yes, that's what happens.
yeah, no one ever taught me.
Let me tell you why. The love that you feel for someone else is equivalent to the love that you have for yourself. So the people around you activate that love that you already feel within yourself.
I see that though. Like sometimes I act different around people that are like, like a girl, whatever. Like if I'm super close
But,
to them.
why make it so in a complicated world where a man is trying so hard to even make enough money? Why complicate it so hard for him?
Is it just me, or does he seem like he really wants us to feel bad for him? Like the whole, why doesn't anyone see how hard I have it? Like that just seems like he wants a little bit of sympathy, but since it'll destroy his tough guy image, instead he just complains about how he can't complain. Because that makes so much sense here.
But we don't complain.
Just don't complicate it.
Not you, but
We appreciate.
If my husband go work and I'm raising 3 kids home, it's a different story. It's the same work.
I know this is a live stream, but part of me feels like I should be leaving the room so they can hash this out or something.
If I'm at the house and you're at the house and I'm wanting my dick sucked and I can't get my dick sucked, I'm pissed. Like,
yeah,
fuck,
pissed.
Like,
no.
so this is the thing.
Then just go find another. Be like, fine, you know what?
But I'm not trying to say it like that. She didn't know what we're saying. She said in front of the baby. Like the baby.
I know, but just a little bit of, just a little bit.
I was gonna say BJ, but I forgot to.
I don't know how, but this clip makes a grown man look even more immature than Jack Doherty. This is just insane. The dude just talks so much that I'm sure if everyone left the room, he would still be in that room alone talking.
Seriously, Wes Watson has been smoking too much on this alpha male type of energy he tries to push. He can't even control himself around a child, just saying whatever he wants. It shouldn't be possible, but somehow Wes Watson is more pathetic than Jack Doherty. They're both scumbags, but Wes is just a little bit more. Wes Watson has to keep pushing and playing this overtly dominant alpha type of character, because like I said before, that's what he's selling in his courses. For him, everything has to be about money or buying expensive things. Can't talk about emotions or feeling vulnerable with your partner because that's beta. What's happening with Wes Watson and Jack Doherty is that they're both losing money and don't have the same pull as they used to. I'm sure they're noticing the drop in the money they usually make, since they both find themselves in legal trouble. Also, their audience is growing tired of them, so they are collabing to take advantage of each other's audiences, especially because no one wants to work with these two. I don't want to wish bad on anyone, but if they continue to act as they are now, I hope that they lose their audience in a few years, because young kids knowing that it's possible to make money being scumbags like them is not good for society. Well, that's all for this video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.